So I am so excited to make this video today, and I can't even believe that I'm going to make this video today because it took me a really long time to finally say yes to GoHighLevel. Now, before I get started, I just want to share a little bit about my backstory and why I ended up signing up for GoHighLevel. So if you've been on the fence and you've been looking at it from the outside and wondering if you should jump in, then stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing the reasons why I finally said yes to GoHighLevel, and maybe it's time for you as well if you see yourself in my story. Now, first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Barbie Figueroa and I've been online since 2007, and I had always tried to make it in affiliate marketing and build some sort of passive recurring income. So I've tried everything from network marketing to affiliate marketing to big ticket programs to everything in between. But in between all that time, I was always doing lead converting website design in one way, shape, or form. But the business model really kept me feeling tied down. And there's a few reasons for that. Part of it was because I was severely undervaluing the services that I was providing. That's number one. Number two is I would get so immersed in my work that I would forget to go out there and actually market so that I would have more clients in the pipeline. I didn't have like a proper system. And go back to I was undervaluing myself, so I would have to take a lot of clients in order to make a significant amount of income. So I felt like I was trapped. So even though I loved the design stuff, I loved to create, I loved to make things, and I loved my clients, I just didn't know how to get out of, undervaluing what I was charging. And so I thought, well, then maybe the answer is to do affiliate marketing. Maybe the answer is to go and promote other people's programs. And that's what I did. But I never had any real traction or consistency with it. So it wasn't until 2017 when I live in South Florida. So we got hit by a hurricane and I was doing lead converting web design work, and the hurricane hit. And after the hurricane hit, we were without internet for 21 days. And I'm like, what in the world am I going to do? Like, this is it. Like, I didn't have any clients in the pipeline. I was just working on the project that I was working on at the time. And I didn't have any, I had to start at zero every single month. And so I'm a woman of faith. So I started to pray, like, Lord, I need to align myself with something that pays recurring income, but is in my wheelhouse, is in something that I know how to do already, something that gives me like time freedom and creative freedom and the ability to earn an income from people all over the world so that it doesn't depend on my physical location, which tends to, get bad weather during the summer. My husband, he's in the tech world and he's like, software as a service. You got to do software as a service because you have to sell a service that people want to pay for. And so finally I listened and I prayed, and within just a few months, something crossed my path and it was amazing. It was like all the stars aligned. It was like everything fit. It was software as a service. It was a website builder. It had all kinds of tools. It had an income program, a recurring program. You could make cash flow up front, recurring on the back end. And I just gave it my all, went full throttle, built that business I ended up earning multiple six figures in that business, won awards. It was one of the most special times of my life. And it was everything at that time that I wanted. And then the company got sold. And when the company got sold, the new owners, they had a lot on their plate. Totally get it. But eventually it ended up in them, I want to say deleting, but it was more like just terminating the original affiliate program, which meant I lost all my customers. I lost all my customers overnight. And yeah, it was a really hard period of my life. So I was left with the question, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? I still wasn't in the proper mindset of going back into like lead converting website design. because I just didn't value what I was doing. And there's many of you out there that you might be feeling this way right now. Maybe you're undercharging for a service. Maybe you're trapped on the month-to-month client grind. And so you're like, no, anything but this. I'd rather go try affiliate marketing. I'd rather try network marketing, even though if you are being honest with yourself, when no one's watching, you're building a bunch of stuff. You're designing, you're creating because you just can't get it out of you. And that was me. And so, but I still joined, affiliate programs, and I was promoting other things, and nothing really felt right. But the one constant, the one thing that was consistent was that I was just building stuff. I would build a website. It was like my website, like 5 different times. So I would build a website, a funnel, a simple funnel. I was building all kinds of things, and I was using Lovable, which I absolutely love Lovable. It was amazing. It is amazing. But man, can you burn through credits? I had heard of GoHighLevel before. I had been presented with the opportunity to sign up for GoHighLevel in the past. And honestly, I saw a lot of my peers go into HighLevel, but I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready to take that plunge. And I'm going to tell you why, because you might be thinking these things yourself. You might be on the sidelines and you are like me and you're like, I'm not sure. So from the outside looking in, if you look up, GoHighLevel, the keywords on YouTube, most of the people are working with offline businesses, with local businesses. And I think that is where HighLevel shines. So I'm like, well, where do I fit into this? Because I'm more like, I love personal branding. I love working with personal brands, with the individual. I love crafting their story and creating a site that reflects who that person is as a person. And that's not really local business. So I'm like, well, I don't know. It doesn't feel like that tool's going to be really for me because I'm not really a local business person. Even though my husband works with local businesses, I was just like, well, that's not me. I'm an online girl. And then a lot of the videos that I saw were people, building these websites that, although they were really nice, they all seemed to kind of look sort of the same. Even though I'm sure that when you present it to an offline business, the offline business is like, oh my gosh, this looks so much better than my website. But, as someone who's done website design for a really, really, really long time, and by the way, I'm self-taught, so I have this eye for like the personal branding stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't seem to fit. So I really didn't look at it seriously. And I've had people, like I said, invite me to check it out, and hey, this place is great, but I wasn't fully ready yet. Just wasn't fully ready yet. And what I did know is that I wanted to, in this season of my life, if I was going to commit to something, that I wanted to move towards the path that I feel like God was leading me into. And so it wasn't a decision that I was just going to make really quickly, So it stayed on the side. So in the meantime, I'm building on Lovable. And I'm using my checkout system in Systeme, which I still do. And I love Systeme. That's another great platform. But one day I heard through the grapevine, I can't even remember where I heard it, but I heard that GHL had launched the AI studio. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, AI studio, but wait a minute. Does it have an AI website builder? Does it have a builder? And I Googled, or I went to YouTube, and I was like, GHL AI website builder. And I came across a girl, and she was speaking my language. She was talking about being a web designer, being trapped on the month-to-month client grind, getting out of one project and getting into another project, feeling tied down, feeling burnt out. I was like, girl, that was me. How is this going to fix anything? And then she started talking about the AI builder. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, because I've been using Lovable for all this time. and burning through credits like crazy. And because I love to create things. And then sometimes, if you're a designer, you want to test things, you want to try things, you want to create things. And when you do it through Lovable, you're going to have to burn through a lot of credits. So it doesn't give you that opportunity really to test and iterate. And so when I discovered and when I learned that GHL has the AI builder, I was like, okay, if this AI builder works the way I think it works, if it works like this other builder, then I'm literally going to take it seriously and I'm going to give it a shot. Because in this season of my life, I was like, I want to create, I want to build, but I want to do it differently. Like I want to work with just a few clients a month and still build my passive and recurring income, etc. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've been creating inside of their builder that looks a lot different than a lot of the things that you're seeing on, YouTube right now. But so I tested the builder, and when I started building and started creating, and I didn't see the whole, like, it wasn't taking credits. I was like, this is too good to be true. Like, no way. There's just no way that I am building so freely and it's not, like taking all these credits. It's not burning through credits. So what I discovered is that with the monthly payment plan in GHL, the AI Studio, the website builder, is included. You're not going to be burning through credits. You're going to be able to use the AI builder freely. Now, I am just getting into the platform. I am just like a newbie. So I am just kind of figuring my way through. But from what I can tell, some people talk about hidden charges inside of GHL, and there are certain things that you do have to pay for, as far as like, they have this thing called, I think it's like an AI employee. I haven't really learned too much about it yet. So I'm kind of like new. So if you're seasoned and then you can chime in or whatever. But from what I understand, like there's just certain things, like if you text through their system or if you use the AI agent system, I think you have to pay. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But the AI builder, which was the thing that I was interested in, because of the work that I do, I'm like, I don't have to pay for credits and I can build demo sites and I can create these beautiful things and show them to a potential client. And I don't have to worry about, running a credit bill at the end of the month like I would if I was with Lovable. Well, I am still with Lovable, but I wouldn't build like so freely the way I'm able to do with the AI builder and GHL. And that was it. That was the thing. That was the deal breaker. The deal breaker? No, that was the deal maker. I was like, okay, you know what? This is cool. I'm giving it a shot because the AI Studio, the builder, is amazing. And if you are familiar with Lovable, you are going to love it. Now, I am still experimenting, and but I've been able to build the things that I want to build with an amazing feeling of creative freedom, which is really, really awesome. But there's some other reasons why I also signed up with GHL, so I want to kind of share those with you really quickly, just in case you are on the fence. So, number one, I was tired of starting at zero every single month. If you know, you know. And coming from a place where I was an award-winning SaaS affiliate, when you start earning recurring income, it is a blessing because you don't have to worry about the money coming in. So that was that's something that I was like, that's it. I'm like, I'm back to where I was before the hurricane. I was like, I need some sort of recurring income, and it needs to be in my wheelhouse, and it has to be a natural progression to my business model, which is what this girl was talking about, right? So really quickly, and this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to make a few videos about it. But when I was with that other company, when I first signed up with that company, they had 100% commission on the first sale. So there was cash flow. So you were able to build quickly, you were able to build a lot of, like a big team and people, using the platform because you had that 100% commission on the front end. It was like a cash flow as you built your recurring on the back end, right? So that SaaS company was kind of positioned more so as a business opportunity in the beginning. So that's why I was able to be able to build the way that I did, because there was cash flow coming in. Because if you sign up right now, let's say you sign up right now as a GHL affiliate and you're like, I want to make recurring income. First of all, there's a 14-day trial. There's a trial. So people have to go through the trial. They have to decide if they like it. You're not going to be making any money from there. So that's not the way to do it. You have to put cash flow in front of the recurring income. And then the recurring income is like a byproduct of whatever cash flow you have in front of the business model. So I was like, I don't want to promote programs and this, that, and the other. I'm like, I want to get back into just creating a few beautiful lead converting designs per month. And maybe more. I don't know. That's just kind of like my idea going into it. And then I would make some videos about the tool and my experience with it, etc., and sign up passively people that way, so I can start just building that recurring income, and then start learning the tool so that I could support people if they needed, if they have any questions, etc. But the cash flow component was very important. And so for me, that's going to be creating these beautiful projects for people. So even though the AI builder was the deciding factor, the recurring income was a big issue for me. It was a big, big priority for me, because Lovable, they don't have an affiliate program like that. So even if I said, well, I'm gonna design for clients and I'm gonna put them on Lovable, there's no recurring income unless you somehow create your own like agency and then you bill them separately. And honestly, I didn't want to do that, which I'm going to be sharing another video where I talk about the GHL affiliate versus the SaaS operator. And that was a big decision I had to make as well. And I'll be sharing like what I decided on. And then, so number one was I was looking for recurring income, but I tried to do it myself with coaching programs and things like that. And I was like, it's just not vibing. It's just not. So, I'm like, I'm going to what I know, which is software as a service. And, that was one of the things. So then the AI builder, that was like, those are like the top two. So once I knew the AI builder was there, I was like, that's it. Game changer. I can build my business around their platform. That's the thing, because it is an intimidating platform. There's a lot of stuff in there. So I think, at least I can speak for myself, people are intimidated by the platform because it's so huge. But it's kind of like the other software as a service company that I was with before. It was a huge platform. There was like 27 tools or something at one point. The thing is to find the tools that are going to work for you. And that's one of the things that kept me from signing up for GHL, thinking, oh, I had to be a local service provider. I had to do like maybe AI agents. I had to do all this offline stuff, but that's not my business. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, it's just a tool, right? So how can I fit what I want to do inside of the GHL environment? It finally clicked that I am able to do that. I don't have to use every single tool. I don't have to try every single thing. I don't have to build the same websites that everyone else is building. And so that's a really cool thing. That's really cool. Okay. And then number 4, I also wanted to diversify my income streams. So a little bit from web design, a little bit from recurring income, a little bit from who knows what I might explore. Another thing is, since my husband does have a local business, there may be opportunities to help his clients, or for my son, which he was doing the AI agent thing, but he was kind of like doing it on his own. Well, JHL has the tool. So like I saw it as, wait a minute, you can build so many little mini businesses from inside the platform. So there's potential there. Am I going to pursue them? I don't know. But at least I know that the potential is there, which is really cool. Number 5, It is high level. It's a more professional ecosystem. And I keep saying in my mind, high level is a mindset. It is a mindset. It is a little scary to be among people that they are like real business owners, because sometimes as affiliates, we think we're business owners, but it isn't until you start really working with clients, servicing clients, and realizing, oh yeah, there's a responsibility here, like a bigger responsibility here. I think that the line can be a little bit blurred. So to me, high level is actually a mindset as well. And then I just mentioned that multiple streams of income under one roof with multiple opportunities. I'm looking at my notes. I want to make sure. Another thing, yes, that I have more creative freedom inside of their platform. They have 2 different builders. I haven't even tested the other builder yet. From my understanding, they have the AI builder, which is the one that is like lovable and you can build a bunch of things in. But there's also another builder, which is, I guess, their flagship or legacy builder. And you can also do AI. I still have to tinker with that one. I'll get back to you on that one, because not everybody is. Some people are going to want more control of their website, I'm guessing. Whereas the AI studio builder, that's more for someone who just doesn't want any control. They're like, you know what? You take care of it, So yeah, staying relevant in an AI world. Everything's moving towards AI. And at first, I'll be honest, I was a little bit more resistant to it as far as like creating with AI and creating graphics with AI and things like that. But that's it. And the truth is like, I don't see AI as I let AI do everything for me. I see it as a partnership where we create together, where I am not a coder and I'm not a graphic designer, but I know what I like and I have a vision and I have a feel for what I want to see. So I can direct AI to help me with certain things. And that's mostly how I use AI. And a lot of these other platforms, I don't know what they're going to do, because I guess there will always be people that want to use drag and drop. But once it's like driving a Tesla. Once you get in a Tesla or once you drive a Tesla, you're like, yeah, it's really hard to go back to anything else. If you know, you know. So I always said, I'll never drive a Tesla. I'll never get into one. And then I did, and it's like, game over. It's amazing. So, and then the most important one, most important one, and that was, even though I've been with different opportunities, different companies, I've been testing different things, I've been here and there, the underlying purpose for everything I do has not changed. The vehicles have changed, the methodologies have changed, the strategies may have changed, but the purpose, the underlying purpose, has never changed. And for me, that is to be a present wife and mom to the kids that I have still living at home. And if my mom needs me, I am generating a recurring income that would allow me the flexibility to be there for my family. And that is really important. I didn't want anything that was going to take me away from my family. I wanted to make sure that I could be present for them. And that is the why behind everything. So if you can relate to anything that I've shared, or if you have any questions, I am still navigating the platform, but I'll tell you some of the things that I love as far as like I've already kind of like started tinkering with. The AI website builder, game changer. Love, love, love it. I still have to figure out, how to build a simple funnel, how to connect the forms and all that stuff. I'm still learning. The social media, there's a social media poster. I definitely am going to be using that. The community builder, oh my gosh, it's very similar to school. And I'm going to be setting that up as well. So I still have lots to learn and I am navigating as I go. But if you are like me and you're sitting on the fence and you're like, should I finally go for it? If you feel like you do want to do that and you want to get connected with me, if you want to send me a message, or if you want to start a trial, I will have a link for you right below the description box, but feel free to visit my website at personalbrandforprofit.com/contact. Send me a message. Let me know. And We'll figure this out together. We'll figure it out together. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited. Leave your comments below if you have any questions, and I'm going to be making a few other videos, but also stay tuned because I am bringing some really cool creative videos to my channel where I am going to be showcasing some of the things that I'm building with the AI Builder Studio. So with that being said, this has been Barbie Figueroa with personalbrandforprofit.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another video. Bye for now.